Professor Dr. Muazzam Khattak from Pakistan. And Ali actually holds lots of titles, and he's the Director of Science and Technology and 10-year professor at Muazzam University. Today, he will talk about artificial intelligence in education, another aspect about the AI-related topic. And this gave our Professor Khattak a warmest welcome, and the floor is yours.
So I'll upload. Right. Okay. Thank you so much, Dr. Jenny, for inviting me to this forum. And it's indeed a pleasure to be here. And today's talk is about artificial intelligence in education. So, next please. So here is the agenda of my talk. A bit introduction, then artificial intelligence, then how it evolved, then COVID, how we has been pushed toward digital transformation, and then onward history, application, and so on. So here is a brief introduction. I am working as professor and director of science and technology at one of the top university of Pakistan. Beside that, I also have some research collaboration with the Chinese university. You can see here, University of Electronic Science and Tech China and Northwest Polytechnic University, China. I myself has done my PhD research at University of Missouri, United States, and later on we have established few more collaboration over there. My research profile you can see here. It's now more than 3,200 citations and index. I have so far published 200 publications, and I am part of a reviewer, editor, and conference organizers across the globe that is mostly in US and Europe. So here if you can see what is AI, artificial intelligence by itself, say that it's artificial. So it's actually human intelligence which has been inculcated inside a machine. However, due to certain deficiencies, or you can say certain limitations or genetic restrictions of human being, for example, a human being can't be sleepless more than 24 or 48 hours. Similarly, we feel tiredness. Similarly, we need food, we need rest, and we have a social life as well. While no such restrictions in computer is there. So that's the place where the computer or artificial intelligence dominate human being. That there is no concept of tiredness, no concept of food, no concept of sleepless night, and all these things. So it's the human intelligence we can inculcate in a computer, and you can see here that it's machine to work and behave like human. So the main force behind this intelligence is still human being, and therefore we still need to focus on human. So you can read here that computer system is able to perform tasks normally requiring human intelligence such as visual perception, recognition, decision making, and translation between languages as well. If you have a look to the human whose capability early morning or the decision making capacity early morning is much better. While if you judge the same human in the evening, then he might not be up to that extent. And reason behind that is that all energies has been exhausted throughout the day. And there is no such limitation for the computer. Here is the AI in artificial intelligence. If I myself give or look into the classroom, where I have been taught back in 90s or back in 2000, there was no such equipment available, even not such screens were available in classrooms. But in today's world, you have these modern equipments. And the missing component is that we should know, the teacher as well as the student should know how to work with this technology. So the first thing is to learn this technology and then later on use it for different activities off classroom, inside as well as outside classroom. So the way of teaching is very different. You can see here these kindergarten kids have smart devices, and what they play, which content they should watch, and how long they should expose to this technology. There's not only the positive side, but we also look into the negative side of these technologies as well. Here is another AI impact in education. If you have a look, AI will create personalized learning experience as well. We have access to technology, and that technology enable us to give or provide opportunity to access different repository across the globe. I just discussed in the morning session that earlier we have dependency on library in this university, libraries in Beijing, libraries in China, but nowadays students, researchers have no such dependency. They have access to updated knowledge which has been published just an hour before, and it's available on their fingertips. So there is no excuse from students, from teacher, from researcher that I haven't access to updated contents. So the way of teaching, the way of research is changed now. We need to update, we need to upgrade ourselves as per the new system. AI will fuel the development of intelligent tutoring, and we will discuss it in detail as well. That over here, if I can give the example of a medical student, I give example of an engineer, I give an example of mining as discussed in the last chapter. You can have the simulation and emulation that what kind of environment will be there. You can simulate, you can work, and you can have the experience as well. It's not necessary now to be physically present in those places, but you can have the simulator or emulator which can help you and create that environment, and you can apply your own knowledge over there as well. Here is the pre-COVID and post-COVID world. If with respect to digital transformation, I will say that COVID was a blessing, because it's COVID which actually pushed the whole ecosystem toward digitalization. So the post-COVID world is digitally more smart, digitally more transformed with respect to activity, with respect to payment, with respect to engagement, with respect to security, and with respect to performance. And you can see here that how the world has been digitally transformed, and now everyone in this room have multiple digital devices. Earlier we have the laptop, and now we have the phone, and everything is in the phone. And you will have a good news that just last month Elon Musk got the approval to test the chip in human body as well. The result was very good on monkeys, where he tested his implantation of chip, and now next we'll have the digital human as well. So you will be controlled, or you can control things through your chip as well. You will no more need a passport, your card, or anything else. Everything, even your bank account information will be there in your chip as well. So that is the new revolution that is coming in this digital technology as well. Here is the history. If you can see, it started in 1950 by Alan Turing, who wrote a paper, Do Machine Think, or Can Machine Think? And in today's world, we say yes. And the success was proven back in 1997. You can see the third line, where supercomputer Deep Blue defeated the world chess champion, who was Garry Kasparov, in 1997. And in 2020, you can see it also helped in the vaccination against COVID-19. He found the computer actually, or the AI algo actually found the RNA structure 27 times higher or 27 times faster than a human being. Here is the opportunity. You can see our education system by itself is an ecosystem which started from student, that include teachers, that include staff, that include university, school, college, and administration. And your life actually started in that university or that institution when you apply for admission. And then onward, it's still, even it's still there, you work as an alumni of that institution later on. So it means it never ends. It started when you grab the application for admission. So you can see here, we have opportunity in teaching and research. The first thing is how the teacher will teach. We should have the modern ways. There is no dependency of student on teacher anymore. Everything is online available. It's responsibility of the student to provide updated content, to provide videos lecture, to provide lecture material and books to the student. And later on, it's responsibility of the student that they should look into all those material. Either they are available in class or they are not there. There is no restrictions. Either you watch that material early morning, during daytime, to night, or in the midnight. So no restriction over there. Similarly, for the research activity, as I told you, that there is no restriction, no boundary at all. And you can collaborate, you can cooperate with anyone across the globe. Next one is recruitment. That is recruitment of top students, recruitment of top teachers, and top staff as well. So there are many possibilities through which you can judge those three people. That includes student, teacher, and staff. And physical presence is no more there. For example, if you look at the admission earlier, the physical presence was mandatory, that you should come, appear in test, and then the merit list will appear somewhere on the university website, and then you can apply. But now physical presence is not mandatory. You can participate from anywhere in the world. Then onward, you can see the retention. Retention is actually, we look into the future requirement of our employee, for our students, as well as for our faculty as well. So we can actually look into the future requirement and then address them earlier before they leave. Then curriculum design by itself is, if you have a look, we have a big gap between industry and academia, and day by day it's increasing. And reason behind that is that in university we are teaching updated curriculum, because the pace of technology with which it's developing, with which it's improving, is much faster than the academia. And that's why that gap is getting wider day by day. And with AI technology, we can update ourselves. You have a look to the new graduates, they need to do some advanced courses to make themselves more acceptable to the market, because what they have studied in 4-year degree programs is no more available in the market. And therefore, they are doing for some short courses to equip themselves with those modern technology. So it's the AI which can help us to update and upgrade our curriculum as well. And as you know, the world is now a global village, and you can have access to every kind of content, every kind of curriculum, and design your own. Then the academic monitoring. It's not only the teacher who will monitor the student, but it's the university administration who will monitor teacher and student, as well as the parent of student to monitor teacher and student progress as well. What content is delivered to the student and how much the student responded or performed in the exam. So together, all entities of the ecosystem will work together for the success and progress of that student. I have also added a few links, so if you need the detail, so in every slide I have added the links where you can check. Here is the artificial intelligence and education. You can see it is reaching 88 billion by 2032. And every country should look into how much they are involved or how much share they have in this budget. If they don't have, so unfortunately they will have no place in future as well. Here is our prime obligation, our responsibility, that we must equip our student with these modern tools. It's need of the day. If we introduce our student with these modern technology, we can lead the world. And look at this, how much early you means recognize these technologies, you actually realize the importance of these technology, and how quickly and faster you inculcate them to your system, to your education system, and equip your student with these modern technology, they will be more acceptable in the market. And that is actually the future vision of all great nation as well. Here are some tools which teachers can use, and you can see here almost 30 AI tool has been given here, and different teachers can use this for different purposes. The student can also use, and the teacher can also use. Either you have the presentation, you have an assignment, you have any other project, research article, so you can use these tools as well. And it varies from subject to subject. There's no dependency of on any teacher or any subject, but there are a lot of variations, and many more are available, even not here on the slides. Here are some benefits of artificial intelligence. You can see the first one for the school and teacher: personalization. And you can see the page of every teacher and every school, what are their strengths. And then based on that, you can decide where to place your child or where to get admission. Then deep involvement into the education process. As I told you earlier, it was only the teacher and student who were engaged in this process. But now, through AI, the school or university management is fully engaged, the parents of students are fully engaged, or anyone else who can be part of the system. They can closely monitor the performance of teacher as well as student for the future success. Then the ability to detect weakness as well. You can detect weakness on both sides, either it's student or teacher again, and then onward you can make a mechanism that how you can recover or you can bring or cover these weaknesses of any student in the class. Then the curriculum that we already discussed, that we can update it, and then chance to find the best teacher. You can see you don't need to ask from anyone. The AI can help you who is the best teacher available across the globe. And then you can meet him. You can have an online meeting with the teacher as well. So that is based on the teacher capacity and capability and student feedback as well as the system feedback, which makes him the best teacher. Then we have benefit for student. You can see education at any time. Students have no excuse at all that teacher is absent, there is no class, there is no space, and so on. There is no transport, or even there is no any kind of biodisease. So there is education system available again at your fingertips. Whenever you want to study, you can. Educational platform adapts according to the student need. So we have different types of students, the top level, the medium, and the low level. And then we can encourage them that what extra lessons they should do or what extra activity they should perform to cover their weaknesses. Then virtual mentor as well. You are no more dependent on physical meeting, on university teachers, or any other teacher as well. You have the virtual mentor, you can contact them, and they definitely will guide you to recover from your problem. Beside all these positive points, we also have a negative side of this technology as well. And it was badly exposed during COVID-19. And the first part was that we don't have tech expertise, neither by teaching side, neither by student side. And therefore we need to equip both of them, and that is more important or more related to human resource development. We should have courses, we should have training for faculty and teachers as well to learn these modern technology. As I mentioned earlier, that the speed of technology is much faster, and we need to take our move with the same pace as well. We should provide training to our teacher first, and then they will be able to deliver the content properly to the student. Next, student teaching. Cheating is one of the most important problem, and that is directly linked to the third point. If you see, that is the ethical issue. We should let them know what are ethics, in which limit, in which boundary you are supposed to use this technology. There's always a positive and negative side of every tech. It's not the technology which is bad, but it's the user who decide how to use that technology. So we should show the positive side of these technologies to our students, that they may not indulge in any kind of negative activity. There may be some sort of social connection. It goes down, some issue problem, if you are more engaged, if you are more tilted toward this technology. There is a need of balanced life. We must have a balance for our social life. We must have a balance for our academic life. We must have a balance for our health as well. So there is more need to be, rather than going to be a simple human, you must be a smart humans to bring a balance in your life. There is no escape for any part. Neither your health is important, your social and family life is important, your education is important, and these technologies are important. But you can not overwhelm any one of them on any other. So you need to bring a balance between all of this. Another one is lack of funding, especially in third world countries. They don't have the necessary budget for allocation. Cyber security, it's still not too much over there, but in near future it will be very alarming. So if with respect to these, AI is in developing stage, and that's why the cyber threat has been ignored in many situations. Once it's developed, then definitely it will be a cause. If you have a look earlier, we have a war through stones, then the swords come, then a war through bullets, then the nuclear weapons come into existence. And after that, in COVID, you have seen that is a kind of bio war. But the next war that we will have, that will be the cyber war. Because as I mentioned earlier, everyone will have a digital chip in the body, and therefore most of the hacker will try to hack. And that will be a kind of cyber war. So the next war theme will not be destruction. Remember, it will not be destruction. It will be the set of instruction which can push that digital machine to work for that specific person. So that will be based on to bring the robots, to bring the humans on your side rather than destroying them. Here are some few more problems you can see here, but on this slide I will cover the last three problems: the data privacy, the accuracy, and trust. And that is still a question mark on this technology. How much we can trust on these tech, and then how much accurate it is, and then the data privacy, how much our data is secure. And there are many incidents in which the data breaches happened recently, even in ChatGPT right now. Here are AI failures. This is now the negative side, and Elon Musk is facing many cases in California and across the United States. There are nearly 400 cases by self-driving car in the United States. So actually these technology developer claims that it will be secure. Another example that just happened 2 to 3 weeks earlier, where a lady whose husband died in a car accident sued Google Map. And she will win that case as well. And the case is that the person was traveling using Google Map, and there was a broken bridge, and he met an accident and lost his life. So the lady actually sued a case against Google Map that they didn't updated their maps. That's why my husband lost his life. And she will win. This is clearly because it was actually a failure of technology as well. Here is another AI failure. As we know, AI helps us in future prediction, and you can see Nokia, one of the top brand earlier. There was no iPhone and no Samsung. Nokia was the top, and no more Nokia is in the market. And you can see the CEO of Nokia in tears. He said, "We didn't do anything wrong, but somehow we lost." And that loss was actually because of the wrong prediction. And you can see here, they are not adapting to environment and poor future prediction. And I don't want that at least the people in today's world shouldn't have these regrets as Nokia have. We should predict our future in a smart way and move accordingly. Here are some more ethics of AI. You can see AI presents three major areas. The first one is to prevent AI from going rough and out of our control. It should be in our control. Then privacy and surveillance, bias and discrimination. That is very important. It shouldn't be AI tools, shouldn't be gender bias, shouldn't be religion bias, shouldn't be area bias, shouldn't be culture bias. And for that purpose, we need to educate the person who is writing the program for that AI technology. That is the most important aspect, that we educate the computer programmer so for example, if there is any weaknesses in that person, it shouldn't be visible in that technology. That will cause the destruction of anything. The negative mindset, as I told you, technology don't do anything wrong by itself. It's the human who give those instructions which can take the technology in the negative direction. So that's why we need people with the positive mindset who can write the code, who can write the algorithm, and who can train the machines. Then the role of human judgment as well, as you can see, that is more dependent on biasness and education. There is a book as well, The Ethics of Artificial Intelligence in Education. We shouldn't be a person only deaf in the book. We should know about other things, other person rights and our ethical values as well. If we have a look to the budget, this is one of the most important things, and I appreciate China in this regard. They have allocated much more. If you can see, we had a discussion earlier, it's only China who can challenge United States. And you can see here the budget allocation, they have much more. China has 2.1 billion, Europe has 1.5, all Europe. There are multiple countries. Then onward France, then US government, and even US government has been supported by tech giants just like Microsoft, Google, IBM, and others as well. So they have a lot of support over there from tech giant as well. Here is the top countries with the highest private investment in artificial intelligence. And if you have a look to the budget allocation of China and United States, the budget allocation is still much more higher than the whole world. So it means there is lack of awareness and realization of artificial intelligence by other countries. And that's why they are lagging behind in this world. Here is Pakistan. I must appreciate the president of Pakistan who took this initiative to equip our next generation with the modern tool. And that actually is, again, I said that this is a program for the graduate to learn these modern tools and then onward to play their role for the country economy. And it boosts up the export of Pakistan. Earlier, we have a huge gap with India, and now they are covering up by upgrading their youth with these modern technologies, and they are playing their role. Here is the future of AI. You can see here, it will be everywhere. You can't specify. It will be in healthcare, it will be in autonomous vehicle, security, defense, manufacturing, education, entertainment, banking, and every workplace. So it means that every student in university, either it's an art student, it's science student, or it's medical student, it's engineering student, it's a compulsion and it's an obligation of the faculty and administration to bring them these technologies and to give them this awareness that they should learn. We have a bit issues regarding connectivity, but as you know about the Starlink satellite-based internet service provider that has been launched by Elon Musk and that has successfully tested in Ukraine war. So we will have no excuse for connectivity as well. Internet will be available everywhere in near future. Either you are in the mountains, you are in the mining area, or you are somewhere in deep sea. You will have access to internet as well. Here is ChatGPT, the new thing that has been introduced. As I told you, that ChatGPT can help you to find all important contents across the globe. You just give the query, I need information about it, and it will search all repository. Look at this. This is the computing power which actually helps you to search all repository in milliseconds and give you some output and give you some beneficial information for your research. But unfortunately, we shouldn't go or use it for cheating or doing our assignment as well. Here is the other positive thing over here is the competition that has been built with this ChatGPT. So as we discussed earlier, precision, accuracy, trust, and security, this competition actually bring them to achieve all those privacy, security, and trust related issues. And with time, it will be much more reliable with better performance as well. Here is ChatGPT and education. Is it good or bad? It is good. As I told you earlier, look at this. It is brain of the user, that how they use it. If they use it in a positive way, it is good. If they use it in a negative way, it is bad. So it's not the technology, it's the user who decide the bad or good of that tech. Is AI the future of education? And indeed it is. And here is take home. Your direction is more important than your speed. There's the take home. And I must say the quote of Martin Luther King here: if you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, walk. If you can't walk, crawl. But whatever you do, on every step or on every second, you should move forward. So that's all from my side. Thank you so much. It's my brief profile. If you have any query, you can write me. And if you have any question, you can ask. Thank you.